Gosh, it's been a while since I made a video. I don't even know how to start one of these things. Today we're going to be going over updates, and we're going to make a little bitty knife out of something you wouldn't expect to make a knife out of. So I went to Walmart and I was walking around and I was like, hey, what is the cheapest thing I could find, make a really strange knife out of, or a simple knife out of, and use it every day and see how it works. So it wasn't Pro Cut, it wasn't a rasp. It was this, a paint scraper. So we're gonna take this apart, and it's a hyper tough, proof it's bought it at Walmart, there you go. We're gonna take this, we're gonna go over to the grinder, we're going to spark check it, see if we get some good carbon sparks. I've already checked it with a file and it is soft, so we're going to have to harden it. And yeah, let's see where we go from there. Let's see if it cracks, let's see if it tempers well. I don't know, it's gonna be fun. So I mentioned a few updates. One of the updates is I'm going to be getting the website going again. The link's going to be posted once the website's ready, hopefully in the next month or so. And we're going to be doing some more production mid-tech style knives, and we're going to be doing more custom forged knives, and hopefully just to keep pushing our orders. I got a lot of orders at the beginning of this year and over the last year, and so I'm going to try and just keep pushing it along. Another update, the videos moving forward are just going to be episodes of just like this. We'll have a few segments in the middle that'll be fun and entertaining, and hope you guys enjoy. I'm just going to keep making videos that I like to make. I like to make knives, and that's what I'm going to focus on. Hopefully you can learn something. As always, if you have questions, comments, post them. You never know what I'll make. I enjoy making stuff. Probably shy away from the crazy builds, maybe do a few crazy builds, but the big goal here is to just help you be a better knife maker. I want to keep becoming a better knife maker and keep sharing tips and tricks with you guys, and just deliver some good entertainment for you guys. So let's head over to the grinder and let's spark test this. As you can see here, I did get a new grinder. Oh! I got a Harbor Freight grinder too, which is awesome. Love that guy. And this one is a Kamimura Trident. I like it. The goal is to actually have at least two more set up, or maybe one more setup of these right here. Reason I like this grinder, real quick, I've got a contact wheel for hollow grinding and for contours and things like that. And then I have a flat flattened, very strong flat flattened, great. And then I have a small wheel attachment, up here. And I'm gonna purchase some more small wheels so I can do different things here. Really like this, it's great. So far so good. If you change the size of the small wheel up here, I think you have to move the platen forward a tad. See there's this, because you do have this adjustment over here, and I have a little bit more room to go. I have a little bit more room to go here on the adjustment here. I'm also going to be getting an attachment for here that takes a big table, and then a bevel jig for when I'm doing some of my production models over here. And look at that, who would have thought? It actually has some quality spark in it. So let's go ahead and break this handle off, and then let's see what's underneath here. That'll help us determine what kind of handle we're gonna put on it. And then we'll draw out a shape and we'll start grinding, and then heat treat and keep going. To be honest, I think that there's only one fast way to do this. And that's with a sledgehammer. Safety glasses. Guys, you wouldn't believe it unless I showed you. So we have a full tang on this putty knife. Well, that's awesome. Now we're gonna draw out our shape and we're going to start grinding on it.
There's no secret to this. Anybody can paint.
So that is the shape that I'm going for. Just simple and basic. Kind of like you. So here we are so far. I actually really like this little knife. Look at that. I didn't think that it would be that cool. It has a distal taper across the tip. It has a lanyard hole, and it already has a pinhole for you. Look at that. How lucky are we? We need to find some pin stock that will fit it, and then we need to heat treat this. Before we do all that, we need to heat treat this, which is going to be the scariest part because it's very, very thin, and that's what makes me the most nervous about this. So in the future, what I might do is actually, other than the fact that it's got these two giant holes in it, maybe just cut this side off and make a little knife out of this thicker portion, because that's actually really, really thick. That would be good for a knife. So hopefully this is going to make a good little, I don't know, EDC box cutter work kind of knife. So let's heat treat it. Let's temper it. Let's see how it does after that, and then we'll put a handle on it. I don't know, it could snap and be a dud. So that went just about as expected. I was heat treating it up, and because it was super thin, it did not like the quench oil, meaning it went really far to the left because it was so thin, but that is okay because we're still going to finish this. We just have a lot shorter of a knife. So now we're going to heat treat this. Kind of looks like a little razor. We actually might change the design a little bit. Make it like a little bit more like kind of a box cutter kind of knife. So, well, there you have it. It's super thin. We did add some jimping off camera and this little thing right here, but we're going to finish it up and we're going to be happy with what we made. So let's go ahead and trace out the handles. And then while it's tempering, we're going to do a little handle work and a halftime segment. One of the new updates we're going to be doing is a new segment called Snack Time, where we buy stuff on Amazon or find weird stuff that we already have in the house, and I eat it, or my apprentice, aka my son, eats the snack. Well, today Hagen proudly volunteered to eat the snack. Now Hagen hates, and I mean hates, tomatoes. So Hagen is going to eat a tomato today for snack time. Working in the shop all day, we are hungry, and we need a tomato. So, without further ado, there is Hagen right here, and he has no drinks, he has no water around him whatsoever to rinse his mouth out with. He's going to shove the entire tomato into his mouth, and he's going to chew it up. Not take a bite, he's going to put the whole thing in his mouth. Not a bite, you're going to put the whole thing in and just eat it.
You never told me that.
Nope, I didn't tell you that. That's the fun part of this. So, this is it.
What about this?
You're probably going to end up spitting this tomato out regardless, but you have to keep it in your... No, don't go yet. You have to chew on it for at least 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
Yes. 30 seconds. Okay? Don't put it in there yet. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're ready?
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, get it out of your mouth. 3, 2, Google. I said Google. 3, 2, 1. All in and eat it. Go. All in, all in, all in. Shoot up, shoot up, shoot up, chew it up, chew it up. You have to eat it. You cannot let it out. I've got a timer going. Put it in there. Use your fingers. Use your fingers to put it in there. Put it back in there. Put it in there. Now chew it up. Chew it. Chew it up. Oh, gross. And Charlie has tomato all over him, and I guess Charlie likes the tomatoes. You like the tomatoes? Look at me. Everybody, give this kid a thumbs up and a like. Like and subscribe. Good job, buddy.
Oh gosh, I'm about to throw up.
Go get a piece of gum. Good job, buddy. So I've got the handles ready. Both sides. Fronts are cleaned up. Backs are cleaned up because we're going to expose that little lanyard on the end and just leave it open. And then I've got my brass pin stock here. I'm going to go ahead and cut my brass pin stock, and then I'm going to go take a coffee break. You know it's cold when you have to put your epoxy in front of a heater to get it workable. All of these grits just to get to 10,000 grit. Woo-wee. Thank you so much for watching this video. Now, before I share the final look at this knife, I think it turned out really cool. Just so you know, I do not think that putty knives make great knives. Okay, that being said, this is just a fun project. So before you get all in the comments and comment warrior down there, blah, 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 it's just for fun. However, if you are starting out in knife making and you wanted to give it a shot, try it. It's a lot of fun. One of the things I would say is get a thicker putty knife. So, simple as enough. I'm actually gonna look for a thicker knife and try this again. Now, you don't need all the equipment that I have to get started. I will show you some recommended stuff that I think you do need to make knives and to be effective at knife making, okay? So, you can start out with something as simple as a 1x30. Little bitty putty knife, great opportunity, thin enough steel. It would move through it, okay? It would do great. You can buy these cool ceramic belts right here. Okay, on Amazon, and it's a pack of like 4. It's got different grits all the way up, I think, to 220 on these. So there you go. You're talking $49 if you find it on sale, right? And then your belts, you're talking about a $10 pack of belts, so you're in at $59, and you've already got right here what you need to at least put an edge on something and grind something. Next thing's next. I would always say a buffer. You don't have to go with a buffer if you're not making that ornate of a knife. That's okay. What other thing? Heat source. So if you want to quench an edge on a small knife, I mean, this is perfect. So you need a torch end and you need some propane, okay? I think maybe for all of this or the blue one, you might pay 20 bucks. So there you go. You're at about 79, 80 right now. And what else? Some way to cut it, right? You need some way to cut the stock. You need some clamps maybe, unless you're just gonna freehand hold the metal while you cut it, which I think is a really bad idea. Angle grinder. This was probably the best tool I purchased. Probably my first tool I purchased, I think, when I was making knives. This is awesome because you can get, you know, all sorts of different discs and stuff like that, sandpaper and things. You can get cutting discs, and then this will allow you to cut your steel and design your shape and stuff like that. And then I would always tell you just get some basic files. I have a drawer full of files, which is great. The files help you just clean it up. All in all, it doesn't take a whole lot. You don't have to have some big giant setup to make knives. I do think you need some basic tools. If you're gonna wanna put handles on it, you probably need a drill. So think about that before you get into knife making, that kind of stuff. If you're gonna make this putty knife, you're probably already making knives and you're just trying to have fun too. So let's look at it. And final result, here we go. Pretty awesome. I chose to go with some orange G10 for the handle scales. I put some black compound on it to kind of make it look a little vintage, you know, a little rustic, so you can see the layers too as well. We got this one sharpened up, and let me tell you, it's sharp. So we did temper it in an oven. Since it's thin stock, I just tempered it at 400 for 30 minutes. I would have gone longer, but I just don't think it needs it. So it took an edge really well, and I'm going to see if it holds up an edge. But yeah, we just basically made a box cutter. To start out as a knife and then end up as a box cutter because we broke the tip. Just remember, it got too thin during the process. So remember that when you're making yours. Man, this thing is kind of cool, but also kind of hideous. We added some jimping on the top for if you're working with it, and a sharpening notch to keep your finger out of the way. So it's sharp. It's going to work for what it's going to need to work for, which is opening boxes, small cutting tasks. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. So thanks for giving me your time and watching this video. Come back to watch the next video. I'm going to continue to include Hagen in the videos because he wants to be a part of it. And that's what this channel is for, is just for fun and for learning about knives and making cool knives. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, please.